Very good rush factions here, and when you have a wah that can go down on top of the Norskins, that's absolutely insane. But popping it into slow-mo, we're going to see 4 Marauder Hunters with Javelins, and then we're going to be looking at a front line of Nasty Skulkers, Savage Orc, just Savage Orcs, as well as the 8-peak Loonies holding down that center to be unbreakable. Behind all of this, we're going to have 2 Orc Air Boys, and then we're going to have the lovely Rusty Airs with their armor sundering to debuff the armor of the enemy coming in. Got the Broken Tusk Mob, Orc Boar Boy Biggins in the back. Over here on the left, we're going to be looking at Dirket Squigs, Regiment of Renowned Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. Ooh, beautiful, especially in slow-mo. We're going to have the Beast of Tashnar in the forest as well. So very wide deployment here from the Norskins and Greenskins. Going to have some Ice Wolves up front, throw down that Frostbite, backed up by 2 Skin Wolves. And then we're also going to be seeing the leaders here. Wurzag on top of his boar, Spleen Rippa. Now, he will have everything, and for spells, he's going to have Brain Burster, Fist of Gork, and Foot of Gork. We got Wulfric the Wanderer with Hunter of Champions, Fight or Die, and Seafang. And then a Shaman Sorcerer of Death with Spirit Leech and nothing else. Now, for Chaos. Front lines, we're going to be looking at Chaos Warriors, Chaos Marauders, some more Warriors, some more Warriors, and some more Warriors and Marauders. We are going to have some Clan Rat Spears on the flank with Rat Ogres supporting them, 2 Rat Ogres in the back, and another Clan Rat on the left flank, and then 2 Chaos Warriors with Halberds holding down the rear here. A very good unit to ward off any large units who may be coming in from the rear, and they have great armor as well. Going to have 1, 2, 3 Poisoned Wind Mortars. Interesting pick. I love Poisoned Wind Mortars, and we will see how they do here. They're very good against Greenskin Infantry and the likes. For their leadership, though, we have an Exalted Hero, Archaon the Everchosen on foot. Azag must be thanking his lucky stars he is on foot, otherwise he would get killed very quickly by Dorgor. We got an Assassin over here, Assassin's Trophy, Ryoville Hide Talisman. Got Lord Skrulk as well with all his usual loadout. Now, into full motion here. Going to be seeing that Poison Wind Mortar going down. Going to see a Seafang coming straight through the front line here. And oh, wow, that was a narrow miss. Like barely kissing these Chaos Warriors, but just off and not going to do much damage at all. Poison Wind Mortars are going to continue firing. We're going to see a Wah get popped down now. I would love to see these Poison Wind Mortars stop shooting at Skin Wolves and Ice Hounds and shoot at the Savage Orcs and other units. Because look how much damage they do. As soon as they get a shot in there, it's absolutely devastating. But the Skin Wolves and the Ice Wolves can easily dodge the slow lob of a mortar. The Broken Tusk Mob is diving into the front line now, straight into those Chaos Warriors. They're actually doing quite well for themselves, and then they're going to pull all the way through, along with the Dirket Squigs, and just get on top of those Poison Wind Mortars. I'm going to see a Burning Head going down here. Actually going to do quite a lot of damage to the Dirket Squig Hoppers. Broken Tusk Mob seem like they've gotten kind of caught up on some units. But now in come the Beast of Tashnar. And a very risky decision here with the Chaos Warriors who are already here protecting them. But it doesn't look like it will matter in the end, as they are probably going to successfully route those Poison Wind Mortars. Yep, there goes the route. Meanwhile, for the main leadership engagements, Wurzag is doing just fine. Going to see a Brain Burster going down here on top of the Chaos Warriors Halberds. Not going to do too much damage because of their high armor, but it will disrupt their formation. Smoke Bomb has been popped over here, bringing these Chaos Warriors to a mere crawl. Skin Wolves are now coming in again. And the balance of power is pretty even, ever so slightly in favor of Super Team 1, but Magic is Cheating is certainly not out of it at this point. So we'll have to see what they can try and get working. Assassin and the Exalted Hero are trying to go after Wulfric, but since they're on foot, that's going to be really tough. And I have to say, Lords on foot against Greenskins and Norsca in particular, I find a bit questionable. You want something a bit faster to catch the units, and Wulfric with his bonus versus infantry is going to make it really tough. And there goes a charge into Skrulk, it looked like. Maybe not. Oh, Fireball going to whiff it. Sail on by, not doing too much damage to good old Wulfric the Wanderer. But now Lord Skrulk looks like he's in trouble. He's getting attacked by the Broken Tusk Mob and Wulfric. Ooh, Foot of Gork going down and absolutely devastating that unit of Chaos Halberds. Oh my goodness, that Foot of Gork was beautiful. And speaking of Foot of Gork, there is his foot. Never realized it left an outline of his foot in the ground. Wolfric the Wanderer has an Assassin's Trophy on top of himself. Going to be seeing a Spirit Leech going down on top of Lord Skrolk. Yeah, I'm not sure which way this battle's going to go. A lot of damage on top of Skrolk and a touch on Archaon, but Wolfric the Wanderer is getting really, really low. You know, he's down to 2,000 HP, which is still a significant amount. Probably, yeah, it's almost as much as the Assassin has left. But for the Mammoth, yeah, as a 10,000 HP pool, it's taking a lot of damage, and there's no healing on that side of the battlefield, so we'll see what happens. But it does seem like the balance of power is still creeping in favor of Super Team 1 in spite of Wolfric's low health. And they have cleaned up the entire backline now. So at this point, you know, Wolfric may be weak, but what do the Chaos and Skaven have left? Some tattered Rat Ogres, some Clan Rats, and their leadership's doing well, but now that they don't have anything supporting the leadership, I think the Greenskins and Norskins are going to take this. Ooh, there goes Skrolk. Skrolk is dead. Balance of power going to start crawling even more significantly in favor of Super Team 1. And now he's literally using the Rusty Arrows and Skinwolves just to block out the Assassin. I like that choice. And Wolfric's just going to keep on running away. Oh man, that Skinwolf just took a fireball to the face and fell over in a rather dramatic fashion. Alright, Wurzag looks like he felt confident enough to dive into combat really quick there, but now he's going to start pulling out. But yeah, now that all of this Greenskin and Norscan infantry is starting to pull around here and tie up the Chaos and Skaven forces, I just don't really see a path to victory here for them. But if they take care of Wolfric, you know, obviously that will be huge. Looks like a fireball is coming in again. Oh, he's going to dodge it. How embarrassing, that poor Chaos Sorcerer. And by Chaos Sorcerer, I mean Archaon the Everchosen. Must be kicking himself right now. Yeah, balance of power is just starting to get out of hand. We have some Chaos Warriors with Halberds coming back into combat here. I just don't know if it will be enough. Wolfric does need to be careful, though. He's down to 711 HP. And Archaon and the Assassin are near him along with Halberd, so he's down to 273 HP, and is going to start routing, but looks like it's going to be too little too late, though. You know, we have all of these Greenskin units and Norscan units surrounding the remaining leadership for Magic is Cheating, and I think Super Team 1 has got this in the bag as long as they don't do something royally stupid at the late game. Alright, there goes the Exalted Champion, or Exalted Hero. The Assassin's beginning to rout, and the only one hanging on now is going to be Archaon. And Archaon just got smacked in the face by Wurzag, who's going to run away before Archaon gets a chance to counter attack him. Hunter of Champions has gone down, slowing him down to a mere crawl. And now he's just getting ganged up on. Wah has been popped. Wolfric is coming back in on his Mammoth. And I think we've got ourselves a GG, ladies and gentlemen. The North will remain in Norscan hands. Where is Archaon? Has to be the last one. Yep, there he is. Still fighting it out. Yeah, I mean, great games to both of the teams there, but yeah, I'd say both of those games, I mean, they were both really close, and I just think in the end, Super Team 1's armies seemed a bit more diverse to me. A little bit more well balanced in terms of the tools they brought. You know, looking at this army, for example, we're going to see a good mixture from the Greenskins, kind of an all-stars army here. You know, you got the Nasty Skulkers to slow units down, 2 Savage Orcs just to have some hitting power against the Skaven infantry. Of course, the 8-peak Loonies, the Unbreakable trait, just makes them a must-bring in most matchups. Really helps keep the leadership high for the surrounding infantry units. You get some missile power here, 2 Orc Air Boys who are actually quite competent in melee combat against like low tier Skaven infantry. But then you have the Rusty Airs there for the Armor Sundering supporting them. Durkit Squigs, excellent anti-infantry tool, especially with their Vanguard and their missile resistance. You know, you can really dive in and shut down some ranged units very quickly with them. And then you have the Broken Tusk Mob here for like big heavy hitting, help Warzag keep Warzag safe. And Warzag obviously just with the Bonewood Staff, he can just pop like a continuous mini wah at all times for the Norskins and the Greenskin forces. So, and then looking at the Norskins, you know, you have some very solid anti-large here. Looks like the Norskins were focusing more on the mobility and the anti-large, while they let the Greenskins focus on the missile power. But as I say, missile power, hunters with jabs, these guys are devastating against unarmored large units. And you know, obviously you have the Terror here with Wulfric the Wanderer. You want Terror in your armies in most cases. And when I look here at the Chaos Army, I like the leadership. I wish they would have been on cavalry, just so they could have... Because Wulfric the Wanderer would not be able to escape an Exalted Hero and Archaon on horses. And I think that would have... And also his bonus versus infantry wouldn't apply to them since they were on horses. So I think that would have been a huge benefit. Granted, you have to cut the cost somewhere, and I would say maybe get rid of 1 or 2 of these Chaos Warriors, and then upgrade these guys to horses, and you can probably, if you get rid of 2 Chaos Warriors, bring a bit more cheap infantry, or even like Marauder Horsemen, or Warhounds or something like that, maybe even a Shaggoth, just to give yourself a bit more hitting power. But obviously funds are restricted in 2v2s, and looking at the Skaven army, I think 3 mortars is overkill. They're very expensive. They're really good, don't get me wrong. But I think 2 max would have been beneficial. Otherwise, they kind of have diminishing returns and become a liability since it's harder and harder to protect them. So ditch a mortar and bring a lot more Skaven infantry to tar pit these units. I think more Skaven infantry in this army would have had Super Team 1's armies would have had a hard time, because it was already a very close battle. But if there would have been more infantry protecting that back line from, you know, the units that came in and shut down the mortars, I think it would have paid off a lot better in the end. But yeah, I mean, I like the leadership picks once again in this Skaven army as well. An Assassin with Skrulk seems like a very competent decision in my opinion. 3 Rat Ogres, I agree with that. And yeah, I just think the mortars were really what threw me off there. So great games to both teams. Magic is cheating. Hope to see you guys in the next 2v2 tournament. And congrats to Super Team 1